Hello everyone, I'm Fengjie Wang from Sichuan University. I will present Slide4N, creating presentation slides from computational notebooks with human-AI collaboration on behalf of other co-authors. Computational notebooks, such as Jupyter Notebook, are becoming the most effective means for data exploration and analysis in data science. With the growing complexity of data science work, multiple collaborators are usually involved in the same analysis. For the sake of communication, data scientists need to translate the codes and outcomes of the notebook into storytelling and present to other team members, such as stakeholders and managers. In this case, data scientists are forced to use other presentation tools, such as PowerPoint, to create the slides. When creating a slide around the topic, relevant cells first need to be located, and essential information needs to be distilled from the complex notebook. Moreover, information such as text, plots, needs to be properly arranged to provide the narrative. Last, the slide needs to be customized to accommodate different audience. Such process is tedious and repetitive, and much work needs to be done to transfer contents between those two different mediums. What's worse, updates on the notebook, like a change of plot, could trigger the remaking of relevant slides. Given that, we take a human-AI collaborative approach to augment the slide creation process. Our contributions include an analytic pipeline that enables interactive and iterative slide creation from computational notebooks powered by recent NLP techniques. A human-AI collaborative tool, Slide4N, built within Jupyter Lab that assists data scientists in creating presentation slides with a seamless experience. An evaluation that illustrates the value of our approach and inspires the design of similar tools. To develop the Slide4N, we distilled 5 design goals from the literature. The mapping of these goals to the pipelines marked on the slide. As shown in the pipeline, Slide4N assists a user to locate relevant cells for creating a slide, distill key information to generate useful titles and bullet points, and then arrange them with a suitable layout. The tool also supports further refinement of the generated slides. Next, let's see the user interface of Slide4N. As shown in the figure, Slide4N can be used together with the notebook window side by side. It consists of 4 components. A notebook overview that visually summarizes the cells in a notebook and their relations. A control panel that allows users to provide high-level guidance to slide generation. A navigation view that displays the outline of the working slide deck. And a slides panel that supports further refinement of the generated slides. Here we use a live demo to show the slide creation workflow with Slide4N.
Suppose Crystal is a data scientist at a real estate startup. She now needs to produce a deck of slides to present her analysis results to other team members. Thus, Crystal opens her notebook in Jupyter Lab, launches Slide4N, and places the tool beside her notebook. First, she enters the title of the report on the first slide, along with some additional information. Then, she wants to create a slide to introduce the dataset, which is beneficial for people who are unfamiliar with her project. She clicks the AI button. Then an empty slide is created with some necessary tips. Following the tips, she goes to the notebook overview, which visualizes each cell of the notebook as a rectangle. After browsing the notebook, she clicks a cell that loads data that she thinks is quite relevant to the slide in her mind. The curves here indicate all the relevant cells to the selected one based on shared variables. Relevant cells are also color-coded with shades of blue to indicate the extent of relevance. In the meanwhile, Slide4N automatically scrolls down the notebook window to the actual cell, so that Crystal can view the detailed code. She then finds some other cells nearby that are related to the topic of the slide and selects them. After, Crystal moves to the control panel to configure the automatic slide generation. The cells she selects are all about data, so she sets the topic to data. Considering that many cells are selected and they are messy, she also activates auto-merge cells, which can help her merge relevant cells. Finally, she sets the level of details to the highest because she wants a more detailed version of the slide contents. She then clicks Generate, and within seconds, a slide with generated title, bullet points, and plots is rendered on Slides panel. These contents are also nicely laid out. She then rephrases the generated title, minorly modifies the first bullet point, adds another point, and adjusts the suggested layout. Crystal is now satisfied with the slide and moves on to creating other slides in a similar manner. With the assistance of Slide4N, Crystal quickly creates a slide deck for her presentation and exports it for the meeting.
Code is tough to grasp. Slide4N simplifies it. It digests the negative cells and generates a list of titles and bullet points. For title generation, it gives user 4 or 5 options within various methods. The first 2 is from topics related to the main stage of data science workflow. The third one is from markdown cells. The last 2 are generated by 2 neural network models. Generating multiple title candidates is helpful because sometimes one method doesn't work well, and the candidates can complement each other. Besides, Slide4N generates 1 bullet point for each cell. It also provides 2 options to customize the generated bullet points. One is auto-merge cells, which groups and concatenates the cells based on its relevance. Cell relevance here is computed based on shared variables. The second is level of details, which offers 3 levels to control the complexity of the generated points. According to the user's choice, the hyperparameters of the model are adjusted. In addition to slide title and bullet points, Slide4N captures cell outputs, like plots and tables, and renders them on a slide with a meaningful layout. To do so, it follows a 4-step process. First, it groups relevant cells. Then, it logically organizes bullet points and cell outputs based on the extraction order and cell relevance. Next, it aligns text and plots by linking them and constructed backbones within and between groups. Last, it uses a rule-based approach to map the backbones to the layout patterns. To evaluate the Slide4N, we conducted a 2-part user study with 18 data scientists. Participants were asked to create a slide from notebook with Slide4N for technical and non-technical members of their team. In part 1, they used a cargo notebook provided by us, and in part 2, they brought their own notebooks. The procedure for both parts were the same. They first complete a tutorial and create a slide deck using Slide4N. After, they complete post-study questionnaires followed by an interview. Overall, as you can see from the questionnaire results, participants were satisfied with the final slides, with a media rating of 5. Slide4N was also perceived as easy to learn, easy to use. Besides, all the participants want to use it in their future work. In the interview, participants appreciate our human-AI collaborative approach compared to the fully manual or fully automated methods. As P6 said, human-AI collaboration provides me more control of the slide creation process. P11 also mentioned, human AI makes it easy to incorporate the human ideas into the slides, which is very important for presentation. Our user study could also inspire the future design of similar tools. First, slide generation should be more adaptive to different scenarios. Future tools could provide different types of content and layouts when generating slides. Next, binding slide to cells, which serve as data provenance in our case, makes it easier to modify, update, and customize the slides. We believe more data provenance for slides should be considered to enable more flexible slide creation experience. Last, better human-AI collaboration can be achieved by supporting sub-cell level cell selection, providing other effective high-level controls, and recommending relevant visualization. I would like to thank again my co-authors, all the participants from this project, and anonymous reviewers. Thank you for watching. For more information, please see our paper.